Good day, this is Professor Will, CBMD PhD. And today's Tuesday, April 19th, 2022. It is 6:01 and 43 seconds, AM Eastern Standard Time. Today's research, sodium. So let's hop to it here. What food sector needs to know about how to reduce sodium? Date April 18th, 2022. Source, University of Illinois, College of Agriculture, Consumer, and Environmental Sciences. The sodium is an essential micronutrient, but the amount we need is small. 3 slices of bread or 1 teaspoon of table salt will do it, and chances are your daily sodium intake is far greater. More than 90% of Americans consume too much sodium, which can lead to hypertension, high blood pressure, and increased risk of heart disease and stroke. Most of the excess sodium comes from processed and packaged foods, so the food industry and food scientists continuously look for ways to reduce sodium. And sodium consumption is a huge health concern, and the Food and Drug Administration has recommended sodium reduction in food since the 1980s, but we haven't succeeded yet. While the unit volume of salt in the food supply has not increased, the amount of sodium consumption has gone up because we just consume a lot of food. And we only need around 450 milligrams of sodium per day, and the recommended maximum amount is 2,300 milligrams or 1,500 milligrams for those at risk for hypertension. But average consumption exceeds 3,000 to 3,500 milligrams per day, or 50% to 100% above the upper limit. More than 70% of our sodium intake comes from processed and packaged foods, primarily cured meats, bread, cheese, and soups. The researchers conducted a scoping review, including primary studies, literature reviews, book chapters, and patients, covering sodium reduction in food products. They focused on studies that included sensory data with human subjects, because palatability is essential for consumer acceptance. In this review, we looked at different food systems, the way you would reduce salt in a solid system, like a topical application on snack foods, such as salted peanuts or salted chips, would be very different from embedded application in semi-solid foods, like cheese or bread. And in a liquid system, like soup, where it is completely dissolved, it would be really different in the way we would reduce salt, yet provide the palatability it gives. Researchers are hoping this work will provide insight into the wide variety of salt-reducing technologies that exist, and this can help food companies be more informed to use different strategies than what they have been doing. The researchers identified 5 main strategies: salt reduction, salt replacements, flavor modification, physical modification, and functional modification. The most obvious one is to remove salt from the recipe, and that is a key component in all of the strategies when sodium reduction is the goal. But it is not possible to completely eliminate sodium because it has both sensory and functional properties. For example, it is used for meat preservation and to make bread, dough rise. A lot of studies we looked at combine more than one method, such as salt removal with salt replacements, and flavor modification, or salt removal and physical modification. Many studies use salt replacements, such as potassium chloride, calcium chloride, or other chloride or acid salts. However, these substances tend to have a bitter taste, so they are often used in combination with flavor modifications, such as umami substances or bitter blockers. Another method is physical modification. For example, you can encapsulate the salt crystals, which changes how the salt is dissolved in the mouth. And this can alter the saltiness perception, allowing for a reduction in the amount of sodium necessary to create the salty taste. You can also create an uneven distribution of the salt in the product that can further help enhance the perceived saltiness of the food product through taste contrast. Finally, there is functional modification. For example, you can move away from a sodium-based preservative in cured meats, perhaps using a celery powder preservative instead of sodium nitrate. Functional modification is less represented in the scoping review because this type of sodium reduction research typically does not incorporate a sensory component as a main assessment method. You can also wean yourself off salt with practice. Essentially, go on a salt diet. And if you are cooking at home, you could intentionally reduce salt, and you'll appreciate the reduced saltiness perception as time goes on. The people can adjust to the reduced salt level, but it is a learning and adapting process. You can also add flavor enhancers, such as herbs and spices. And if you are a consumer of canned soup, for example, you can buy a low-sodium version and add salt. And then you can gradually modify the amount of salt you add, so you can make it palatable to your taste. Good day, this is Professor Will, CBMD PhD, on microbiology, bioinformatics, and pathophysiology. This video was created for educational purposes only. Hope you enjoyed listening. Until next time, have a great day.